my rants YouTube.
Welcome back to another video by myself, my rants YouTube. Now, you may be thinking, why am I sitting down? I'm an old man, can you tell by my hair? Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. But anyway, enough of the funny shenanigans. This video is going to be a bit of a hard pill to swallow. Going to be a bit of a serious video, and with a lot of things that have been going on in the news. And this video may educate you, or it may help you with awareness. This video will be talking about water safety and how you can keep safe during the summer and in the winter or any time of the year, because it's a really serious matter. But before we get in the video, like and subscribe, and let's get into water safety. Now, with water safety, there's a lot of do's and a lot of don'ts when it comes to staying safe whilst you're in open water, whether it's a reservoir, a lake, a river, or a sea, or an ocean, or a swimming pool. It applies to any form of water. Now, we're just going to highlight things you should do when you are out in a open bit of water and to stay safe in what you're going to do. So the first one we're going to highlight is don't go too far in. Now, it may be silly, you may think you're a strong swimmer, you may think you're a weak swimmer, but hear me out. If you're going to go further in, you could be dragged by a water current and it could pull you back. Always swim more closer to the start. So if it's the sea, it could be the shore. If it's a reservoir, to the start, basically to the wall or the open bits. Or if it's to anywhere like a lake, just like to the little grass verge or rock verge. Always stay close to the shore. Like, you could be swimming away to danger, and it doesn't matter how strong of a swimmer you are, you still could get dragged away by, you could hit yourself, you could hit your foot in the water on some rocks if it's in a lake, or in the sea you could get stung by a dead jellyfish or anything, and you could be in some severe danger. The second one is, it's colder than it looks. Yeah, it may be a blistering 35-degree day, one of the hottest days of the year, but no matter what, the water could be partially cold in different places. Cold water can do a lot of things to your body, as the word cold water shock. Now, cold water shock is basically where the body's central nervous system shuts down completely, and your body just goes into complete and utter, I would say paralysis, but it's more shock. The body will become more unresponsive, and it will just become more likely to have yourself drowned. But if you are going to go into open water where it's going to be cold, you are less likely to rescue yourself if anything goes peaked on. The third one, which I feel like is the biggest one of them all, the water's stronger than it looks. Now, the main reason for this is currents, water currents. Now, water currents are a continuous directed movement of water generated by a number of forces acting in the water. Now, most currents are basically invisible to the eye. If it's a strong day and the river's, if it's been raining, the river will be going faster, or if it's a reservoir or it's an ocean, there'll be more choppier waves, which will mean water currents are in fruition. And basically, they are invisible to the human eye. And if you find yourself in a current, now this is the main advice, and hopefully you can listen to this. If you find yourself in a current, you should do these things. Do not swim against the current, because the more you swim against it, the more you will tire yourself out, which will cause fatigue, and the body will give in, and it'll be more likely for you to drown. Stay calm. Just swim with the current. Doesn't have to be hard, just swim with the currents, and it may bring you back to shore or safety. And seek attention as soon as possible if you're in a current, via shouting, but don't cause distress to yourself. The more distress you show yourself, you're panicking, the current will bring you under. Just try and swim with the current, and as soon as seek help by any other members of the public or one of your friends. And the final point, bring a friend with you. It doesn't matter. If you're with a friend, you are more likely to stay alive and be safe if you're in one of those situations. Don't be unattended, because you could be in severe danger. And you'll find that if you're with someone, you'll be more confident and you'll be more wary to stay closer to where you came from. Basically, as well, I just want to highlight, especially if you're going to the sea, you will see 2 posts, as you can see on the screen now. These 2 posts will indicate that the RNLI, which are the lifeguards of the sea, they will have them implemented for you only to swim in those parameters, because if you're going to swim out of those, you're going to be dragged away, and you know what the worst could happen. I'm going to highlight one big news factor that can happen to anyone, and I'm going to get into that bit now. So bear with me. One of the big news is about water safety in the past month and a half was the former Glee actress Nyan Rivera. Now, Nyan Rivera, in early days of July, was in a reservoir with her 4-year-old son and attendants on a boat. Now, you would think a reservoir is quite calm, it's a storage of water. Unfortunately, her 4-year-old son fell in, and Nyan Rivera, with a mother's instinct, would go in and save her born child. Unfortunately, Nyan Rivera was caught away with the currents, and sadly her body was found on the 8th of July at the Lake Rua in California reservoir. Unfortunately, she was one of the many victims to accidental drowning or any cause of drowning. And the main reason I did this video was for a very special, heroic, too many words to describe this class of an act of a man. I don't want to mention the name, but basically the gist of this was a couple of days ago, Broken Scar, which is a lake in a river in Darlington, basically a 15-year-old boy went in for his little brother as his brother was having altercations in the water, and unfortunately the 15-year-old boy was caught away with the currents, and he was found the next day pronounced dead. I just want to say what an absolute legend the lad is, and severe condolences to any of his family or anyone who had the pleasure of meeting him. If anyone from Darlington or the North East, you would know who I'm talking about. And it's mad to think, because you never know, it could happen to you or it could happen to anyone you love or anything, you know. But like I say, if you can implement those, what I've highlighted through water safety, the 4 main points, you could be in a better situation. But I'm a bit tongue-tied at the moment. It's mad to think, you know, that water can be so dangerous, and it is, and you can't underestimate what is out there. You cannot, because you may think you're a strong swimmer, but in reality, if you get caught in a current, it's a whole kettle of fish, and you know, it's a bit unbelievable. But it's life, it's Mother Nature, it's God's creation, it's God's plan. But like I say, people, it's a bit of a sad note to end on. But like I say, rest in peace to an ass, an absolute legend. I just want to say, hope you've enjoyed the video and hope you've acknowledged and educated yourself through it. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll be back with another video tomorrow. I'm just a bit. See you later.